Okay, something happened in between the last video and this one, which is that I ran into computer problems, and long story short, I lost everything and I had to reinstall Mass Effect 2. Unfortunately, all of my saves were gone, so I had to start over from the very beginning. But the good news is that it's gone a lot faster than I thought it would. Skipping over all the dialogue helps when the game lets you skip over it, makes things just go much faster. And I am not quite at the point I left off at yet. Right now it's just after I recruited Samara and shortly before we end up finding the collector vessel and going aboard it and falling into the trap. But I'm recording this here because in this go-round, I have, unlike the one I recorded before, I have taken every single possible opportunity to flirt with Kelly, and I am about to achieve a goal that I thought I wouldn't be able to achieve until the third act or something, and you'll see what it is in a minute.
There is nothing more absolute than the oath of an Asari Justicar. You did well getting Samara on our side. She is so elegant and gorgeous. Too bad her manner is just so cold.
I didn't recruit her for her looks. The Normandy already has you, Kelly.
Oh, Shepard. I wish there were time to get to know you better.
Why don't you join me in my cabin for a meal? It would give us the chance to talk.
That sounds wonderful. I've been hoping for some private time with you. Lead the way. Goodness, I haven't stayed up that late since my college days. I had a wonderful evening. Thank you, Shepard.
Oh, my pleasure. By the way,
I noticed the fish tank up in your cabin. If you'd like, I could feed your fish while you're away.
oh God, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This will save me so much trouble. Yes, 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 yes.
I'd appreciate that, Kelly.
It's my pleasure. Anyway, what's up?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Ah, so now I don't have to feed the fish anymore. Although I will sorta, in a strange way, miss visiting them to feed them all the time. But hey, it's better than them dying. And now that I've gotten what I want out of Kelly, I'm gonna not flirt with her anymore. I'm just using you to get my fish fed, Kelly. I'm a user. Mwahaha. Yeah, she doesn't get
Commander, you
heartbroken.
received a new message at your private terminal.
She doesn't get heartbroken about it or anything, so it's all right. And with that, I will cease recording for now, and I will splice this onto the next video, which will probably take place after I get caught up to the point I was at when I uploaded the last one. Hey, so before we get back to where we left off exactly, we're going to have a conversation with Thane that I somehow missed in the previous videos and my previous playthrough. And I don't agree with everything he's going to say here, but I still don't totally dislike Thane the same way I do Samara, because this isn't really a spoiler since I'm saying what will not happen. But like, unlike Samara and unlike Zaid, Thane never, we never see him kill anybody who is an innocent, undeserving of death. I mean, even if he has actually done that in the past, we don't see it, and that makes a big difference in how I feel about the guy. Not to, but I should just talk to him so you can see for yourself and hear for yourself.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event, as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much information. I actually don't remember having this conversation in any of the times I played this game.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
Oh, well, actually, no, I don't know how. I wonder how traumatic it is to be born. I guess it's a good thing that they don't know, because maybe I imagine it would be kind of unsettling.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
Yeah. You're not a gun, Thane. You have a mind of your own.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
I'm gonna go with that's convenient.
So if I shot you dead right now, a Drell court wouldn't convict me?
You'd be guilty because you chose to shoot me. If my reflexes caused me to draw and fire when I saw your gun come up, I would be innocent. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles in the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations.
A bystander noticed my spotting
Okay.
laser and threw herself
Nothing
between me
new.
and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it. I won't keep you.
All right. Some of the stuff Thane does later on affects my opinion of him as well, in a positive way. But I will show you that rather than tell you. And that's where I will leave this. I will splice this into, and with luck, I won't have missed anything else. And when the next thing I add will come right after I have completed Garrus's mission, and right after I have spoken to Samara about all this stuff that I ended the last video with. Okay, now let's talk to Mordin.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Of course, Salarians have a shorter lifespan, and so they get a lot more done before they in a shorter time. So, and Shepard really ought to know this, but you know, this is in case the player doesn't and didn't come across anything talking about it before now.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
Right. And I mentioned this before, but Salarians also sleep less than humans do, which also allows them to get more done.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Salarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based. Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved. Reward for curiosity, intelligence. Drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Well, why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social. Reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Mordin.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Mordin's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
Yeah, let's try to avoid that all dying thing. Oops, wrong way. Alright. Next up, we are going to find Jacob's father. Or we are going to try to. To recap, Jacob's father was on a ship that went missing many years ago.
Fuel at 1/2 capacity.
And recently, very recently, in fact, in the middle of our mission, Jacob came across a distress beacon from his father's missing ship. It's apparently just been activated, which is kind of weird, but it's coming from this planet. We're gonna investigate.
have detected an anomaly.
Journal distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW4610034087. Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback.
Probe launched. Scans have found something.
Alright. So we'll take Jacob and, I suppose, Tully.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
There it is, and mostly intact. It could have survived impact, but it's been years. Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
You'd think so, but it took them all these years. Partial officer's logs. Let's listen.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
That doesn't sound good at all.
Repeat, toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
That's a long time to pause.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Unsafe deceleration. Yeah, that's one euphemism you could use for crashing.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Yeah, that'll do it. But let's not ask about this local food and neural decay.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
That also doesn't sound good.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After 10 years, it must have.
The beacon still wasn't... It was paused for all that time, but it wasn't even activated in the first place for almost a year of Earth time.